about a year ago, I took a philosophy course at uni. You got to take these extra subjects. I thought, let's try something I wanted, So I thought about trying something new, something that I was interested in at the time, which was philosophy. I took this philosophy course, a bunch of people, different people that I wouldn't normally have met at uni. And I found it super interesting because it was actually applying the philosophy. And most of the time at uni, you just give them a bunch of information, you try and memorize it and hope for good marks when you repeat the information that they told you. But this was different. This course was about learning the philosophies, discussing the philosophies, and then we had a week at the end where we tried to live like a Stoic. They gave us different exercises to complete, and then you would just journal down your experience, what you would have done differently next time, what lessons you learned as well from the experience, and all these different exercises that you tried. So one of the exercises, I was walking down to the beach. I was going to do the exercise at the beach, and I get halfway down the hill, and I just freeze, and I don't want to go any further. I don't want to go down to the beach. And I'm thinking, this within my control, yeah it is. Well, why are you scared? And so I just was too scared to even think, and I just turned around and I walked home. I didn't even know why. I was just fearful. I was scared of everything at the time and just didn't want to do it. And then I just decided. Then we had to do this journaling at the end of the day, thinking about, what things. So the specific exercises, don't remember what it was, but it's trying to focus on things within the day that are in your control, writing your daily calendar, your daily timetable out. So you get home and I try and reflect on what I learned. So I applied this journaling framework that they gave us, Stoic journaling framework. You think about what emotion is it that you have currently, what were you feeling? Then you got to think about things like, why are you feeling it? Trying to apply the Socratic method, which is asking why 5 times to really get deep and down to the real reason of a problem. And then you just think about what could you have done differently next time. So when I went and reflected and I journaled about my experience, why was I fearful of going down to the beach? And I was figuring out, I started with labeling my emotion. I was feeling fear. And so a good way to do this is just asking yourself, my body is feeling, and you finish the sentence. It's a super simple thing you can just do with a pen and paper. If you're scared, you want to journal down what you're feeling, just write this sentence, my body is feeling, and then label the feeling your body has. And so after I'd done that, then I decided to figure out what's the real problem. Why was I scared to do this? Something, I didn't want to see people. I know, okay, why didn't you want to see people? I went to the shop and I bought something along the way and I was eating a muffin. I didn't want to be eating a muffin when I saw someone I knew. Okay, why do you want to do that? Well, then I might have been interrupted eating. Why do you want to be interrupted eating? Or then I'd probably have to make conversation with that person I didn't really want to see. Okay, so that's the real problem. You didn't want to make conversation with someone you might have known. Okay. What could you have done differently next time? Make an amazing experience. What if you did see someone you know? Well, how would you have reacted? What are the things within your control? So I'm journaling. I figure out. When I see a friend, I really like it when you see them and you're like, hey, what's going on? How you doing? You haven't seen them for a long while, and you just bring that new energy. You make them feel good, and it feels good when someone does that to you. You bring a new level of energy. I thought, if I'd seen someone I know, next time I could do that. I could bring a new energy and make their day, rather than be fearful, I'm not talk to this person, make conversation. Just bring energy. Make their day. That's something different you could have done. And I wouldn't have realised this if I hadn't been journaling, and I wouldn't have realised it if I hadn't been doing these exercises, putting myself outside my comfort zone. And that's the power of journaling, trying new things. And that's the power of journaling and trying new things. And if this Stoic philosophy is just about figuring out what's within your control and what's not. And throughout life, there's so many things not within our control, but the thing that is within our control is kind of trying new things, journaling about our experience, and taking lessons out of those experiences, and trying new things, journaling our experience, taking more lessons, doing this over and over and again, like our own experiment. Our life is an experiment. It's a game to play. So if you want to start journaling, Figure out what emotion you're feeling right now. Write down, I am feeling. Label the emotion. Then figure out why you're feeling it. Ask why 5 times. You get a pretty good idea of what you're feeling it. What the real reason. And once you understand that real reason, what can you do differently next time? How could you deal with that situation? Because the reality is you're just making up a story in your head and you could deal with it in a positive way. You got to practice this. It's a skill that you're not born with. It's a skill you practice and you develop. And all you need is a piece of paper and a pen. If you can watch this video, you've got a pen and you've got a paper and you can journal down how you're feeling, why you're feeling, what's the real reason you're feeling it, what can you do differently next time. These are the basics of Stoic philosophy, understanding what's within your control and what's not. The skill to develop detaching your emotions from your actions. You can still be fearful and do something. I'm fearful of making this video, but I'm still doing it. It frees you up, it builds self-confidence. You're not born with self-confidence, you earn it by doing things despite how you're feeling. Enjoy the fear, because one day you're never going to experience it again. If you're scared of going out, doing something new, journal it down, write what you're feeling, why you're feeling it, what can you do differently, and feel the fear and do it anyway. Because in order to build that self-esteem, that confidence that you want, you've got to earn it. The reason you're not confident is because being self-conscious has still got lessons for you to learn. You've got to learn those lessons to build the self-esteem and the confidence. It doesn't come easily, you've got to earn it. It's a skill you develop. So feel the fear and do it anyway. Because one day, you're never going to be able to experience it again.